So recently my keyboard stopped working. Well, I guess a few keys on my keyboard stopped working. Decided, yeah, I'm out. And it really sucks because for me when I'm drawing on the computer, I don't just use my right hand. I double dog it. I use both. Left hand is usually on the keyboard, and there are a couple of keys I really need to be efficient. Keyboard is really important, and I've had a couple of keyboards in my day, and let me tell you, they're not all the same. Some of them are really good, some of them I don't even know why I still have. Let's check them out. Alright, so this was the previous keyboard I was using, and I really liked it. It's pretty good, it's pretty thin. The bad thing about it is a couple of buttons don't work. Like this, nothing. This, nothing. This, definitely nothing. And I kind of use these a lot. Like I use P for After Effects. I want to get the position. I use the dash or minus sign for naming items. And it usually doesn't work. I tried disassembling it, I took out all the screws, fiddled around with it, I dusted it off, but no matter what I did, it still couldn't work. And it's a shame because I really like this layout. It's got all the buttons I need. It's got function buttons, which I use a lot during Photoshop. And you even have a gap in between them. So I know where F8 is without even necessarily having to look at it. I just know it's like, oh, it's probably right before this gap. And I use this to skip frames. I use this to refresh, It's really good. And I use these for like the calculator or just typing numbers and stuff. It's really good. It doesn't have a caps indicator. It only has a battery indicator. And this thing only shows up when it's like on its dying breath. So that wasn't great either. Caps lock indicator is really important because sometimes your screen is locked or you're typing a password and I waste my time typing my password and then, oh, okay, I forgot to do that, and type it again. I want a caps indicator. That would have been great. Maybe a num lock indicator, because sometimes I don't know. Yeah, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, so when that one stopped working, I started using this instead. And it's a pretty good keyboard. It's got a bit of travel, not too much, not too little, just nice. And doesn't have a numpad, but that's fine. I use it mainly for mobile purposes. And for that function, it's pretty good. This is the best part. It's small, it folds. And no wires, it's Bluetooth. And yeah, you can fold it up, it's smaller than my hand. But there's one thing I really don't like about it, and that's this. See, if you look here, the function keys, you would assume that they would be working, But I looked up online, I couldn't find any information on how to get them to actually work how I want them to. Let me explain. So FN, F1, you would assume that it'd bring me help, but no, it just brought me the top row of functions. There's two sets. There's this set and there's this set. And I tried multiple combinations. I tried like function windows, this, and it still didn't work. I tried like with control and shift. Nothing works, so that sucks. But other than that, if you're just using it for the main QWERTY typing things, I'd say it's pretty good. The really good thing about this is it maximizes your desk space. So I have all this space to work with and a tiny little keyboard. Like it's not even that much bigger than my mouse. So I got a lot of desk space and that's really great. Especially if you got a cat around, she's gonna be walking around and you can just move the keyboard whenever you want. That's like the #1 reason why I wanted a wireless keyboard. Alright, so this is my first mini keyboard that I got. It was pretty good, It can't fold or anything, but it's small enough. But not as small as my other one, and that's for a very good reason. See? Function keys. I don't have to press anything else. I can just press F5, F6, whatever I want. And if I want the media keys, I can just press it more. And you got your QWERTY, you've got your backspace, delete, all this good stuff. One problem, doesn't work. I don't know why. It seems pretty straightforward. I just press this to pair. I use this to charge. Like when I put the wire in, this light pops up. It's supposed to work, but it doesn't. And I haven't figured out how to make it work. But if I can, I will, because it is pretty good. Look at this absolute unit. It's huge. For a good reason, it's really old. Check it out. Check how old this shit is. Even though it's got a lot of nice buttons, it's got a lot of useless space, like all this. What's this for, huh? And I was using this for a while because the previous keyboard I was using didn't have the essential buttons working. But this one served me pretty well, considering, you know, it's pretty old. You can see all the scraped keys and stuff. There was a lot of dust and fur inside. I think I took out like this much fur from all the keys. And the main reason I can't use this is because the control button, which I use a lot for shortcuts, sometimes I get stuck. And, you know, sometimes I like to use my pinky, and my pinky's a weak little guy. You can't press down hard enough. I always have to like adjust and hit it really hard. And when I hit it really hard, I can't really hit the other keys, so yeah. I really like this layout though, you know, you got your main keys here, you got your function keys, you got your separators, you know, so I can just feel it. I can look at the screen and I can just feel my way around the keyboard like a pianist. And then you got this group here. I don't really use these a lot, but I use this a lot. Delete. And then home and end sometimes, page up, page down, arrow keys, and of course, your numpad. Gotta love the numpad. And check this shit out. Look at this. This is my favorite thing that not a lot of keyboards have anymore. Numlock indicator, caps lock indicator, and what's this? Scroll lock. I don't really use scroll lock. Yeah, media keys are pretty alright. Don't really use them. They're not really comfortable to press. So yeah, this was a good keyboard. I'm definitely gonna keep this, but not for daily use. This is like an emergency thing. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the keyboard I've been using for the past few days. Look at this. Num lock. That's awesome. Caps lock indicator. Battery. Hopefully that won't be on for a long time because I just changed batteries a while ago. And this one's really good. I like it a lot. Initially I wanted to get the all-white one because they only had this one and the all-white one. The problem with the all-white one is I'm looking at the screen, right? And I want to keep this in my peripheral vision. That means like at the corner of my eye, I want to be able to see the keys somewhat, even though I'm not really looking here, I'm looking there. Problem with the white one is everything kind of blends together. So with this, at least I can see where, okay, I know the keys like around here. Even if I'm looking there, I know the keys like somewhere here. And it's just these subtle things that make the difference. I wasn't sure about the circular keys, but I'm getting used to them. It's kind of fun, kind of nice. Media keys. Media keys are pretty good. Just function, and I can touch them. I'm not gonna. I didn't really like function keys, like the FM key on a keyboard. Kind of tacky, to be honest. But it's been working all right. And as you can see, it doesn't really hit the edge of the screen because it's missing these keys, which I really like. I think it's missing these. And that's kind of a problem because I use this one a lot, delete. And, you know, we all have to make adjustments. Instead what happens is instead of pressing here, I press here. Usually it's a little bit to the left of backspace. Left and down. Now I just have to go up. Speaking of backspace, check this out. No backspace, it's just a oops. It's kind of cheeky. But, you know, whatever gets the job done. It's by Alcatroz. It's not the best keyboard out there, but you know, the P works, the dash works, the question mark works. That's all I'm asking for. It's very comfortable. I'm still getting used to these though, because usually I have, like, you know, this area, and I have like all this space to play with. I can feel it without even looking at it. But this way, I have to look at it a bit, then I can press, but it's fine. It's no big deal. Not a big fan of the color. You know what I wish they'd do? I wish they'd have a black body keyboard with white keys and black text. That would look amazing. That would look like a piano. That'd be great. That'd be, you know, contrasty enough, and yet it would still go with anything I have on my desktop already. It's wireless, so it's really good. Oh, and this is good too because it's got a little bit of a raised back, so that way, you know, it's nice and ergonomic. This one has it too. All of them have it really, but it's very, very small. Like the stand is this tall, but when you flatten it, see, it's only like a quarter of an inch. So it's like, what's the point? And you get all this wasted space here. But with this one, it's raised consistently throughout. So you don't have to worry about putting it partially on the surface or anything. It's gonna work. Not my first choice. I initially wanted to get the Logitech or the Windows one. I trust Logitech. I got the mouse. It's been working really good. This one's the silent one, by the way. It's a keyboard review, but I'm talking about mice. What the hell? M221. It's a really good mouse, just for me, because it's really ergonomic. You know, it just fits my hand really nice. It's not too complicated, easy to clean. But yeah, it's pretty good, and there you go. This is why this is good for digital art, because you can press the keys, you got your function keys, you got your control keys working, you got, you know, your numpad. I'm not sure what numpad has to do with digital art, but you know, sometimes the 0 in the numpad is really good for RAM preview and After Effects. That's really important if you use After Effects a lot. Use the arrow keys. It's comfortable. It's visually pleasing. You can work on it. You know where the keys are. You don't have to worry about like, oh, where's this, where's that? Oh, I have to look at it all the time. It doesn't take away you looking at the screen. Very good so far. I'm probably still gonna get the Logitech when the stores open up again, but for now, it's pretty good. I'd still want to get this because I like this format. And I'll use the new one at home, but I would still use this for travel because, as you can see, it's a lot shorter. See? And usually with a keyboard like this one, I'd have to have the top of it sticking out my back, but I think this could fit. I really do. Let me try it out. Oh, hell yeah. It fits like a champ! Yeah, I just tried it out. There's like this much space left in my back, so this is definitely going to be my new mobile one. I think I'm going to use this as an emergency because it's still a really good keyboard. It's the only thing is I can't use the function keys a lot, so maybe I'll use this for drawing. But if I want to animate, I definitely need the function keys. So it's definitely this one. I like this one. Anyone knows how to use it, please let me know because I've tried charging it and somehow I just can't ever pair it. I don't even know what model this is. I bought it from like a rinky-dink shop. It's just called... Yeah, again with this one, if anyone can tell me how to use the function keys, that would be great because I really do like this keyboard. I like that I can fold it. I like that it doesn't take up too much space. It's definitely a lot lighter than this one. But yeah, I do really like this green one too. As for this one, yep, emergencies only. Another cool thing about this is, check it out. Look, when I hit the light on it, you can see what's going on. Yeah, look at that. Look at that B. Look at what it's doing. Look at that G. Look at that G, baby. Look at that F. Look at that T. There's a part that's coated with some sort of plastic. And that way, even if I'm really rough on it, it's not going to fade out the lettering. I hope. At least that's what the package says. UV coated keypads. Ensure longer durability of the keypad when compared with conventional silkscreen keyboards. 10 meters, alkaline batteries. Oh, they give you free batteries too. That's great. Yeah. Soft keys, soft silent keystrokes. And you got a bunch of stuff. Got a dongle. I really like the dongle. I hate the ones where you have to pair it for a long time. You know, that's my problem with these. These, you gotta pair. This one doesn't even work. Fuck this one. This one, it does work, but it does take some time. And, you know, apparently you can switch between your computer and your phone, but sometimes it doesn't work. So by having a dongle, it's really easy because you don't have to think about any of that shit. You just plug it in, you're ready to go, bang, bang, boom. That's all you gotta think about. I don't wanna think, I wanna make art. This helps me draw quick. And I get to move it around. You know? It's wonderful. That's why I love wireless life. Those are my requirements for a digital keyboard. Gotta have nice keys, make sure all of them work. Make sure you can hit control, function keys, make sure you have numlock and caps, otherwise like some programs they're not gonna be having the same shortcuts when you have caps on and off. Numlock's really important too. Indicators, function keys, control, working keys.